Welcome to this explainer on ACIM, Lesson 177, which reviews Lessons 163 and 164. Today we're doing something really special. We are taking some incredibly profound spiritual concepts and translating them into a deeply practical, everyday mindset. Whether you're a longtime student of these texts or you're just looking for a fresh way to find a little inner peace, this explainer is designed to help you navigate the daily grind with a totally new perspective. So let's jump right in. Okay, so let's set the stage by looking at the two specific review lessons we're covering today. Lesson 177 is actually a comprehensive review of two foundational ideas. It kicks off with Lesson 163, which states, "There is no death, the Son of God is free." Now, right off the bat, I know that might sound a bit heavy or intimidating, but here's the thing. In the context of this material, death isn't just about the end of physical life. It represents literally any thought of sadness, fear, anxiety, or lack of trust. It's the ultimate illusion of limitation. And this lesson is telling us, straight up, that we are completely and irrevocably free from those illusions. And that thought is immediately followed by the second review idea, Lesson 164, "Now are we one with Him who is our source." If that first lesson removes our fear, this second one replaces it with a massive, powerful reminder of our unbreakable connection to the universe. It pulls us right into the present moment, the now. It reminds us that we are never isolated, we're never actually alone, and we're always plugged into the immense creative energy of the universe. It's a statement of ultimate belonging. Moving into Section 1, the foundation of love. Unpacking the framing mantra. To truly grasp what Lesson 177 is trying to teach us, we have to look at the glue that holds this whole thing together. The authors didn't just casually toss Lessons 163 and 164 next to each other. They wrapped them in a very specific repeating phrase, "God is but love, and therefore so am I." For this practice, this single phrase is your foundation. It's spoken before the first lesson, between the two lessons, and again at the very end. It literally becomes the rhythmic heartbeat of the entire exercise. Let's break this down so it makes sense for absolutely anyone listening today. When the text says God or love, just think of that as the pure, boundless, creative essence of the universe. And when it talks about the Son of God or the I in so am I, it's talking about us, our shared human nature. The logic is beautifully simple, isn't it? If the source of the entire universe is pure, boundless love, well then you, as an extension of that source, must also be pure, boundless love. That's your true identity. All right, Section 2, Freedom from All Fear. Let's decode Lesson 163. Let's see what happens when we combine that foundational mantra with our first review lesson. The text structure flows exactly like this. Top to bottom, God is but love, and therefore so am I. There is no death. The Son of God is free. When you sandwich the lesson within that profound truth of boundless love, the idea that fear and death are illusions makes total sense. Think about it. If you were entirely made of pure love, how could you ever be destroyed? You simply can't. So the real takeaway here is this. Because pure love cannot be destroyed, our true essence cannot die. And if your core essence is 100% safe, well, that frees you entirely from the anxieties, stresses, and illusions of this physical world. The text is basically saying that our everyday fears and doubts are just us worshiping illusions. When you remember you are love, those fears just lose their grip. You realize you are inherently free. Moving right along to Section 3, Oneness with the Source. Decoding Lesson 164. We've established our freedom from fear. Now let's talk about what we're actually connected to. Again, the core lesson is wrapped safely in that framing mantra. So the sequence flows exactly like this. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Now are we one with Him who is our source. God is but love, and therefore so am I. It's almost like a warm blanket, wrapping the concept of oneness and securing it with love on both sides. And this illustrates perfectly that since we share this exact essence of love, we are never, ever truly separated from the universe or from each other. Think of it like drops of water in a vast ocean. A single drop might feel tiny, isolated, crashing around in the waves. But the moment it realizes it's made of the exact same water as the entire ocean, it knows it's part of something infinitely powerful. You are one with your source, right now, in this very instant. Okay, Section 4, your daily practice summary, living the lesson. Understanding the theory is great, but how do we actually apply this? To experience a real shift in your perspective, the source material asks you to practice this rhythmically throughout your day. You start your morning by taking a few minutes to reflect on this text. Then, and this is absolutely key, on the hour, Every hour, throughout the day, you pause. Honestly, you might want to set a phone alarm for this because our brains love to wander right back into stress. When that hour hits, repeat the mantra and the lesson text to bring your mind back to peace. Finally, you close your day by resting in these exact same thoughts right before you go to sleep. As you go about your day trying this, I want you to keep this reflection in the back of your mind. Think about the specific worldly anxieties you're carrying around today: a deadline at work, a fight with a friend, or just general anxiety about the future. If lesson 177 is right, none of those fears are your actual reality. They're just passing clouds, completely separate from the boundless love that makes up who you really are. To wrap up our review, let's reiterate our two main lesson statements side by side to really cement this powerful shift in perspective. Lesson 163, there is no death. The Son of God is free. And lesson 164, now are we one with Him who is our source. Remember to wrap those beautiful foundational truths in the constant reminder that God is but love, and therefore so am I, and return to it on the hour, every hour today. If this explainer brought you a little more inner peace today, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out and lets us keep creating these explainers so we can learn together. But before you go, I want to leave you with one final question to ponder. If your true eternal nature is boundless love, what would happen if you walked into tomorrow completely unafraid? Thanks for joining me and have a wonderfully peaceful day.